guys ever seen a babysitting mama wee baby? The last video got 130k views when I did something like that, so let's try it again. We just got the second music video for the death of Slim Shady. And just like Houdini, it's really good. The track is titled Tobey and features rappers BabyTron and Big Sean, who bring their A game to this track. And the name Tobey is a reference to Tobey Maguire, who played Spider-Man, and yeah, there's a lot of Spider-Man references throughout this song. However, there are some Easter eggs and small tidbits which you might have missed your first time watching the music video and listening to the song. So today, we're going to examine these things. So without further ado, let's jump right on in. So the best place to start this explanation is with the cover to the single, which features a cartoon version of Eminem, BabyTron, and Big Sean all pointing at each other. Now, this cover is a reworking of the classic Spider-Man pointing meme. This meme is typically used to show that different things are similar in some sort of way. Like this meme I found of somebody saying Peppa Pig looks like this hairdryer. So now that you know that, when you see Eminem, Tron, and Sean pointing at each other, you know that they're saying they're similar in some way. And I want you to remember that as we continue this video. And now that we've pointed that out, let's take a dive into the music video. The video starts with Eminem walking with tons of computer renditions of him behind him before they generate into this sort of shipping warehouse type place. Now, I don't think this warehouse has any grand significance, but it could quite possibly be a reference to the shipping warehouse seen in the actual episode the Spider-Man pointing meme took place in. I do think this is a bit of a reach, but here's the official episode name if you'd like to go see for yourself. We're then treated to multiple versions of BabyTron and Big Sean, which isn't actually their first appearance in an Eminem music video produced by Cole Bennett, as both of them were seen in the Doomsday Part 2 music video. Now, the song starts with the bar, "Tobey Maguire got bit by a spider, but me, it was a goat." Now, if you don't know the Spider-Man lore, typically Spider-Man's stories begin with Spider-Man being bit by a spider, which gives him his powers. However, here they're suggesting that they were actually bit by a goat, which is a reference to the term greatest of all time, which is often shortened to GOAT. So basically, they're saying they're the greatest. So yeah, there's tons of clones of each of our three rappers with the camera panning by all of them, which just might make a viewer dizzy, but it's a cool effect. And you might not like this, but I'm not going to be examining the lyrics to either Tron or Big Sean's verses. Not because their verses sucked or anything like that, they were actually really good, but I'm the Eminem guy, so I just don't think examining their verses are going to be the best use of time in this video. And if you don't like that, make sure to leave a comment below and I'll make sure to read it ASAP. Anyway, our background transitions to Tron atop a building with some wild lightning happening behind him. He then stands up and whacks this baseball through the sky, and for a split second, it zooms in on the ball, which is adorned with a logo on it that says DSM, which is actually a reference to BabyTron's rap group, the Dog Shit Militia. Another BabyTron clone catches it while standing in front of a White Castle, which is a shameless product placement considering Eminem just announced a limited time White Castle collaboration. Tron lights the ball on fire and tosses it up in the air, which is then caught by Big Sean, which is simultaneously the start of Sean's verse. Now, when Sean starts rapping, you can see for a split second Eminem rapping the verse as well, which, just like the cover to the single, is another nod to them all being one and the same. Sean's in this club setting, a hotel hallway, and then this spaceship looking type beat, the latter of which is then split up by this jump scare of Sean, which scared the shit out of me the first time I watched it. Listen man, I was in a dark ass room and really focused. I don't know, it scared me. We're then back in the shipping warehouse, but we're quickly transitioned to this neighborhood setting, which is then revealed to actually be Eminem's childhood home, which is depicted on both covers of the Marshall Mathers LP and the Marshall Mathers LP 2. The setting then generates to a long-ass staircase while Eminem mentions how he slept on more floors than the Empire State. But after that bar, Eminem drops a few lines which have become the most discussed bar of this entire song. Eminem then starts talking about the classic debate of who the top 5 best rappers of all time are, saying, "Ain't feeling your top 5 favorite rappers, so I know they about to be pissed at me, but this to me is a mystery. How rappers I've already ripped could be higher up on a list than me." Here, Eminem is stating how could a rapper be higher on the list when he's already beaten them on the mic. Now this bar has opened up plenty debate as to who he's actually talking about, and once you examine Billboard's top 50 rappers of all time list from 2023, you'll see Eminem placed 5th, with 4 rappers ahead of him. These rappers in order were Tupac, Nas, Kendrick Lamar, and Jay-Z. Now, a lot of people have suggested that this verse is about Jigga, seeing as how not only is he above him, but on Eminem's collaboration with Jigga, Renegade, Eminem's verses are so much better and it's not even close. Hell, Nas even mentioned it on the Jay-Z diss track Ether. However, I personally don't think he's going after Jay-Z, and instead he's just questioning how 4 rappers, all of whom he has collaborated with, could be higher up on the list than him, and it's more of a friendly competition jab and not like a, I'm gonna fuck y'all up jab. And another bit of evidence that this isn't a Jay-Z diss comes from Royce59 in some Instagram comments who confirmed Eminem is not dissing Hove. So then we see Eminem on this moving subway, and again, he mentions the classic debate about the top 5 best rappers of all time. And he mentions he's fine with being number 5, which is usually where he's placed on the list. However, he then brings up his beef with rapper Melly Mel. So Melly Mel was part of a rap group named the Furious 5, who was led by Grandmaster Flash. And in the rap game, they are truly respected OGs, even being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So not too long ago, Melly Mel gets onto an interview talking about Eminem and states the only reason he's considered top 5 is because he's white. So in response to this, Eminem made a few jokes about Melly Mel's alleged steroid use in one of his songs. And get this, in response to that, Mel actually dropped a diss track on Eminem. Now let me say this, simply put, Melly Mel's diss track is, as the kids would say, dog water. Make sure you listen to it after this because I'm not lying, it's bad. But anyways, Eminem responding to Mel here is his response to that shitty diss track. Now he admits Mel is a legend, and for that reason alone, people have suggested that he should just let it all slide. But Eminem responds with the idea that if Eminem shouldn't diss Mel because Mel is a legend, Mel shouldn't diss Eminem because Eminem is a legend. Eminem also talks about anyone who thinks it's easy as pie to beat him is dumb, and I'm only mentioning that bar because Eminem pulls out some pie when the pie is mentioned. And that doesn't add anything to the song, it just makes me curious how many slices of pie were prepped for Eminem during the shooting of this video. And I want to take a moment to appreciate this bar. Middle finger stuck up, but I never conceded. Conceded means stuck up, which is what the middle finger is. However, conceded means surrender, which is what he'll never do. So in 2 different ways, he has never conceded. I don't know, I just like the bar a lot. Now, as we're going down the line of Eminem, we see Tron and Sean who, just like Eminem did earlier, are actually rapping Eminem's lyrics, which again is pointing to this idea that they're all the same. Eminem then gets to this tunnel with flashing lights and blood everywhere while rapping about how he's been knocked down and faced rough times. And he throws out a shout out to Johnny Manziel, who, as a Browns fan, I simultaneously enjoyed and hated. Eminem then shouts out Scott Van Pelt, who is a sportscaster who made an appearance in Creed 2, which, in short, is a boxing movie. Also, Scott Van Pelt was pretty stoked he was mentioned, and he follows that up by saying he feels like a victim of child abuse because he's about to, quote, get the belt. However, visually, when Eminem says get the belt, a Jason masked version of Eminem spawns behind him and whips him with the belt and knocks him out. The Jason masked M picks up a chainsaw and is joined one final time by Sean and Tron, and Eminem drops the following bar. Hey, maybe I am the GOAT that bit Sean and BabyTron, and that's why they be on the shit they be on. This is the final reference to Spider-Man on this track, but in my opinion is the biggest and deepest reference to Spider-Man. Now in Spider-Man No Way Home, the current and best Spider-Man, Tom Holland, is not only joined by Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, but also joined by Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. And despite being 3 different generations of Spider-Men, they all come together and they save the day. And on this track, we have 3 separate Detroit MCs, all from different generations, coming together to make this banger. Eminem also gives the other 2 MCs a nod, just like Tobey Maguire gave a nod to the other 2 Spider-Men in No Way Home. So basically, think of Eminem as Tobey Maguire, think of Big Sean as Andrew Garfield, and think of BabyTron as Tom Holland. We get the chorus one more time. Meanwhile, we see Eminem take the chainsaw to the fallen Eminem who he hit with that belt, with plenty of blood shooting all over the place. Eminem lifts his mask up and poses with Tron and Sean. But while the camera pans out, we're left with this body outline, assumingly representing the death of Slim Shady. However, if you look close, the body has seemingly been disarmed, which could be Eminem saying he's gonna disarm Slim Shady. However, it could also be Eminem stating that he'll be disarming himself with the death of Slim Shady. And that's what I believe this means because the version of M we see throughout the video isn't Slim since there isn't blonde hair. I mean, listen, Eminem has always said that people like Slim Shady more than him, so maybe after Slim Shady dies, Eminem will be disarmed because he won't have the Slim Shady character to fall back on. Or I'm just rambling because it's 3 in the morning. And with that being said, it is officially the end of the video, and it's a great video. It might make you a little dizzy after watching it multiple times like I did, but it's a good video. And while I have this platform, I want to say I don't really understand why this video was posted on Cole Bennett's YouTube channel and not Eminem's YouTube channel. Listen, I understand Cole Bennett posts the videos he works on. I get that, okay? I'm not dumb. But Eminem has so many more subscribers, so why not this one time just throw it on Eminem's profile? And I did want to point out that if BabyTron and Big Sean were in the Doomsday video, does that mean the other rappers in the Doomsday video are going to be on the album as well? Assuming they are, those rappers would be Denzel Curry, Tizo Touchdown, J.I.D., Sway Lee, and Corday. And I don't know about you, but that J.I.D. Eminem track is something I need. Fuck, dude, I have not figured out the fuzz situation. However, I'm well aware that the majority of people watching this have already heard the album because it's the future. Were any of these guys on the album? Did a D12 reunion happen? Did those Billie Eilish feature rumors actually turn out to be true? Did Eminem mention the Will Smith Chris Rock slapping? Make sure to let me know that in the comments below. And with that, I think we're done here. It is so late. I've been up for so long and I'm just trying to get this video done. So, yeah. Thank you guys for joining me as always, and I'll see you soon. Oh, remember, Kobe sucks.
Ha 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 ha. Snarfen is bij jou, snessem er gissen af en eerst is het door de volgende dan uit doe.